Why are two of the internet's biggest female creators suddenly going at each other? And why does it feel like this didn't just explode overnight? What we're seeing now, a passive-aggressive TikTok war, subtle online shade, and a very public call-out, might actually be the final stage of a much deeper fallout that's been building quietly for over a year. And the more you connect the dots, the more complicated it becomes. Because this isn't just influencer drama, it's business, image, control, and influence all colliding at once. It all started when Alix Cooper expanded her empire beyond podcasting. After turning Call Her Daddy into a cultural phenomenon, she launched the Unwell network, an attempt to build a full media ecosystem for digital creators. It wasn't just about content anymore, it was about ownership, branding, and long-term influence in the creator economy. And that's where Alix Earle entered the picture in 2023. At the time, Earle was one of the fastest-growing names on TikTok. Her lifestyle content, Get Ready With Me videos, and viral relatability had already turned her into a Gen Z icon. So when she joined Unwell and launched her podcast Hot Mess, it looked like a perfect match. On paper, it made sense. Alix had the media experience. Alix had the viral audience. Together, they looked unstoppable. Industry insiders even described it as a new generation media takeover, where influencers weren't just creators anymore. They were becoming full-scale entertainment brands. But behind all the branding and polished announcements, small tensions were already forming. Then came the first major shift. In early 2025, Earle's presence under Unwell quietly disappeared. No major press statement, no dramatic farewell, just silence. Her podcast Hot Mess suddenly went inactive, and fans were left confused. At first, people assumed it was a break or scheduling issue, but as weeks passed, speculation grew louder. Was she leaving the network? Was there a disagreement behind the scenes, or was something bigger happening that no one was ready to talk about? When asked publicly, Cooper shut the rumors down quickly. She insisted there was no feud, no fallout, and no behind-the-scenes conflict. According to her, everything was business as usual. But the internet doesn't move on that easily. And in situations like this, silence often speaks louder than statements. Because soon after, fans started noticing something interesting. The energy between them online changed. It wasn't direct confrontation, it was subtle. When someone asked Earle about Cooper, she responded with a cryptic, "How much time do you have?" A simple comment, but it instantly set off alarm bells online. Fans started rewatching old clips, analyzing reposts, and digging through likes and comments. Suddenly, every small interaction became evidence. Then came the TikTok reposts, videos that weren't directly about Cooper, but carried emotional undertones that fans interpreted as indirect shade. At the same time, Cooper's content started shifting too. One of her posts included a caption referencing circus, a word fans immediately connected to Earle's recent performances and online presence. Was it coincidence or coded messaging? Nobody knew for sure, but the internet had already started building its own narrative. And once that happens, control over the story starts slipping. Then everything escalated. One repost changed the entire situation. Earle reshared a viral TikTok comparing Cooper to a grim reaper. That was the moment everything went from subtle tension to full-blown public drama. Because this wasn't vague anymore. It wasn't hidden. It was visible, intentional, and impossible to ignore. Within hours, TikTok was flooded with reaction videos. Reddit threads exploded. YouTube commentary channels started breaking down timelines, analyzing every interaction like a case file. People weren't just watching drama anymore. They were investigating it. And once the internet turns into detectives, things move fast. But even then, neither side fully addressed it directly. At least, not yet. Then came the breaking point. In April 2026, Cooper finally responded publicly, and this time, she didn't stay neutral. In a direct TikTok statement, she called out Earle by name. She accused her of fueling fake drama, suggesting that the online tension was being exaggerated or even intentionally created for attention. But what made the response explode wasn't just the accusation. It was the tone. It wasn't soft. It wasn't diplomatic. It was direct. She challenged Earle to stop hinting and just say what she meant publicly. No indirect posts, no coded messages, no passive engagement, just speak clearly. And then she dropped something that shifted the entire conversation. She mentioned there was no NDA preventing anyone from speaking openly. That detail changed everything, because suddenly fans started asking, if nothing is legally stopping them from talking, Why hasn't the full story come out? What exactly happened that both sides are still carefully avoiding saying outright? That silence created even more speculation than the original drama. But Earle didn't stay silent. Instead of ignoring the call-out, she responded instantly in the comments. 2 words. Okay on it. Short, casual, but loaded with implication. And then she reposted the video. That move alone